Ja, und ich bin's wieder, Kesunai Haram. Hier bei meinem Let's Play von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies und wie ich schon beim letzten Mal gesagt habe, hoffen wir mal, dass wir jetzt endlich zum Endspurt des Ganzen kommen werden. Meine Stimme geht langsam kaputt. Also, welcher dieser beiden Tricks ist jetzt gefaked? Der Song. The defense wishes to argue that the singing trick was faked. And on what grounds do you base your assertion that the singing trick was faked? Naja, guckt einfach nochmal das Video. This is a recording of a recent Swashbuckler spectacular. In this recording, Ola sings the same song she sang for Miss Faye earlier. But Mr. Plume said the song is different from the one sang a year ago. The song is different! Please listen to the song in the video from a year ago, sent to this cell phone. Yes, it sounds quite different from the song Ola sang for Miss Faye earlier. And yet, this is the same video Miss Faye used to issue the command to Ola to sing. By having Mr. Plume listen to the song recording in the cell phone video. The true culprit made Mr. Plume think Ola was singing the song from a year ago. Only Marlon Rhymes, the owner of the cell phone videos, could have done this.
Silence.
But Mr. Plume said she heard the orca singing right in front of her. How do you claim he made her think that? How was the song recording played? I intend to explain that too, of course. What? The answer lies somewhere in the orca pool visitors corridor. Modern Rhymes played the song recording by using this. Ja, hier, diese Lautsprecher. Mr. Plume heard the song while she was in the orca pool visitors corridor. There's a speaker in that corridor, so that visitors can hear the orca's sounds. And you claim the song was played from that speaker? How? Here's how Rhymes played the song over the speaker in the visitors corridor. Über das Walkie-Talkie. Mr. Rhymes could broadcast the song and the video to the speaker by using a walkie-talkie. And he could get Ola to do a trick by letting her hear Miss Summer's whistle signal too. He played the singing through the speaker and he made Ola do the lifesaver trick. All of this was the doing of the true culprit, Marlon Rhymes. Ah! This is what you did, isn't it, Mr. Rhymes? Ah! You did it! Now we can save both Sasha and Ola. Just leave it to Captain Wright's swashbuckling lawyers to win any case. I don't remember agreeing to that name. So it actually was possible for Mr. Rhymes to manipulate the orca! I'm stunned! I see we will need to hear more from this witness. Mr. Rhymes, the time has come for you to tell the court the truth. Ja klar. Was gibt's? Nom 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 nom. So I used the walkie-talkie, you say? Arr. So, but you did wrong, me booker and me possible, say I. What do you mean impossible? You shall sing your little shanty dissing your scoffing theory. How you will know. Und ja, jetzt kommt eines der geilsten Aussagen im gesamten Spiel. Yo,
walkie-talkie, but Brock for real. Mr. Lions, wrist the gun not appeal. Brock with big plume on the scene. Brock the Wright gonna be in dream. Electric goof to join the climb team. And bitch sucking the light of big dice. Don't okay, you don't listen to me, K. Kill the captain, no you cray cray. Here we go again with that flip-flop music. Hip hop! Broken? Of all the flimsy excuses! Bilge sucking? That was uncalled for.
You probably broke it on purpose after the fact.
That be untrue, little lassie. Although I can't prove when it really was. Lucky be for me. Your lawyers be the ones who have to prove it to do. After everything we've uncovered, he still won't admit it. Somehow, I have to prove that he still could have done it. Ja, jetzt müssen wir ernsthaft ein Rap-Battle mit ihm durchführen. Ein Kreuzverhör-Rap-Battle. Das ist so mega cool. Okay, jetzt wollen wir aber anfangen mit dem epischsten Ding überhaupt. Das Rap-Battle unter den Kreuzverhören. The Dissing of Phoenix Wright. Und zwar fangen wir an, indem wir the room, the scene, Rock Wright could have been a dream. Is lawyer spinning lies. Fangen wir an, indem wir das hier angreifen.
You made a big blunder. What happened?
After I helped Sasha with the cleaning, I dropped it by accident and broke it. If you wish to see it, I still have it with me. It doesn't indeed appear to be broken! Hehe, with me walkie-talkie broken, there'd be no way I could have done what you said. I couldn't have given the Orca any commands.
Oh, your walkie-talkie broke. Isn't that just so convenient? Mr. Rhymes, I think you broke it on purpose.
Miss Lawyer, none of your false accusations, if you please. I broke it on purpose. Will you be proof?
I don't have any proof. If his walkie-talkie was broken, it throws a monkey wrench into my whole theory. When he let Pearls borrow his cell phone so casually yesterday, he must already been confident I wouldn't be able to prove anything.
Ha ha! You'll never get to agree that the proxy Orca be innocent. If something be not done about her, she'll get Sasha one day too. The Orca killed the captain. It weren't me. So you intend to continue to claim that the defendant is innocent, do you? But I won't stand for that. Now then, Right, Dono, what's your next move?
Your Honor, I would like to examine that walkie-talkie if you don't mind.
Certainly! Here you are!
Let's see if there's any way to tell when the walkie-talkie was broken. If he gave all of that commands, then it could have been broken at the time. Then slice in the bottom screen to rotate.
Tutorial!
Na dann, dann drehen wir das doch mal ein bisschen um. Was ist das? Huh? Look at these! They look like tooth marks. Hey, you're right. A bite this big. I wonder if it was Ola.
Wait, a walkie-talkie with tooth marks?
Didn't we hear a story like that just yesterday?
It was the walkie-talkie Asura used right up until her death. In the middle of the show, the Orca brought Asura up to the surface in her mouth. She left tooth marks in Asura's walkie-talkie.
The captain said he always kept that walkie-talkie with him so he'd never forget. Aha! Rhyme said this walkie-talkie was his, but could it be?
Hehehe. Not but about it, don't you agree? Time to give it up, Mr. Lawyer. Forget the orca, just save Sasha, says I.
I can't do that. Now that I'm finally a lawyer again. How could I hold my head up if I made my client so miserable?
A stubborn one, you be.
Und mit dieser neuen Information... So, wo haben wir das denn? Walkie-talkie be broke for real. Mit dieser Information, wo haben wir das denn? Die Daten über Dings. Shipley's Walkie-talkie hasn't been found. Und wir gehen von der Annahme, dieses Walkie-talkie, das er uns gezeigt hat, ist nicht seins, sondern das vom Opfer. Friss das!
Yo, motherfucker!
The walkie-talkie that the witness brought with him to court today may have been stolen from the victim, Mr. Jack Shipley.
Well, Aquarium may not have lacked band of pirates, but thievery? Arr!
According to the defendant's statement, Mr. Shipley talked to her on his walkie-talkie before his death. However, no walkie-talkie was found near the victim's body.
Arr! Methinks the police just didn't look hard enough. Besides, the captain's walkie-talkie wasn't broke, be that not right? So his walkie-talkie has naught to do with mine.
I'm not so sure that's true. The victim fell to his death. It's quite possible his walkie-talkie broke in the fall. You stole the walkie-talkie after the victim's death, didn't you, Mr. Rhymes?
I will not allow such leading questions, Wright, don't. If you claim the walkie-talkie belonged to the victim, show me your evidence.
Certainly, I plan on doing just that. Please look at these tooth marks here on the walkie-talkie.
Tooth marks! Oh yes, I see them!
The victim's walkie-talkie was a keepsake that used to belong to Asura Summers, who died a year ago. These tooth marks were left by Orla when she carried Miss Summers in her mouth.
If this is Mr. Shipley's walkie-talkie, then Mr. Wrights' walkie-talkie is still unaccounted for! Which means he could have used it to come at the Orca after all!
And that's not all, Your Honor. The only one who could have taken the victim's walkie-talkie is the culprit himself. The fact that Marlon Rhymes had the victim's walkie-talkie is proof that he murdered Jack Shipley.
Sink me.
Arrgh!
Not so fast, Mr. Lawyer.
What? He still won't admit it?
This walkie-talkie be mine, says I.
Then how do you explain the tooth marks on it?
I've had many to run in with that orca myself. Arr! He bites me more than once, and me walkie-talkie too. Evidence of our fights are carved here into my body. My goodness! I can clearly see the tooth mark scars in your skin!
What? Are those really scars from being bitten by orca? An Orla?
Ahoy! Yo! Yo ho ho! You want answers and got some mate! These scars from Orla! That's right! Them girl can put up a nasty fight! That orca bite me and left me scared! Had the breath to protect, so I waited hard, so Mr. Lawyer and Win just be frank. And order, ha! You get the plank!
I can't let him run this show. I have to find a way to prove the walkie-talkie belonged to the victim.
And you can't forget about fingerprints. I always keep my walkie-talkie clean and polished.
This man had everything worked out before he even took the stand. But I won't give up. There has to be a way. Mr. Wright, I found something interesting. The tooth marks on the walkie-talkie. Notice anything funny about them? Funny? How? Something is different about them compared to the other tooth marks we've seen. The only other ones I remember are the ones on the practice dummy. It's just a tiny difference. It might not even mean anything. Right now, we need to consider every possibility we can, no matter how small. If I can figure out what's different about the bite marks, maybe I can somehow prove Rhyme's walkie-talkie actually belonged to the victim. Think, Phoenix! You can turn everything around right here and now! Los geht's! Time to review the facts we have so far. With the intent of killing Orla, Rhymes drained the show stage pool. But Rhymes failed to kill Orla and instead he tried to pin Shipley's murder on Orla. In order to manipulate Orla, Rhymes must have used the cell phone and a walkie-talkie. But the walkie-talkie Rhymes has is broken. I think it's the victim's walkie-talkie, the one he kept as a memento of Azura Summers. I have to find a way to prove that it is indeed the victim's walkie-talkie. Which piece of evidence left on the walkie-talkie could prove it belongs to the victim? Naja, die Bissabdrücke vom Orca. We have two pieces of evidence with tooth marks, the walkie-talkie and the dummy. What's striking about these two pieces of evidence? Naja, die Abdrücke sind anders. Bei einem fehlt nämlich ein Zahn. Falls man das geguckt hat. When I look closely, I see two different bite mark patterns. Two variations, huh? Wasn't there a trick of Orla that had two different variations as well? Ja, es gibt immerhin zwei verschiedene Lieder, die A year ago, the Orca's song and teeth marks were different from what they are now. What could be the cause of these two inconsistencies? What's behind the fact that the Orca tooth marks and song were different a year ago? Nee, es ist kein neuer Zahn gewachsen. Sie hat auch keinen neuen Song gelernt, sondern es war ein ganz anderer Orca. Fakt, es ist nicht einer, sondern zwei. I'm starting to think there are two different Orcas. The one a year ago and Orla now. And if the Orca a year ago wasn't Orla, it means the bite mark on the walkie-talkie isn't Orla's, like Rhymes said it was. Now I can finally prove the walkie-talkie belongs to the victim.
Mr. Wright, you appear to be lost in thought there. Is everything all right?
I just realized something. Astonishing, Your Honor.
Your face is what's astonishing, right, don't you?
Your rudeness is what's astonishing, Prosecutor Blackwell.
What is this astonishing thing you realized?
Until just now, I thought the Orca at Shipshape Aquarium a year ago and Orla were the same Orca. However, two inconsistencies led me to a new fact. And that fact is that there might be 2 aura shipplays. What? 2 different orcas? But it's impossible. Nee, nichts ist impossible, du Spast. Order the court!
Explain yourself. What is the basis for this preposterous claim?
The orcas show song a year ago and the one now are different. I believe it's because the orca a year ago was a different orca. 2 different orcas, 2 different songs. It explains the show song contradiction.
What you bitch, what to talk? I don't understand.
I'm talking about the truth. Truth that will finally catch you out in your lies. You claimed that the tooth marks on the walkie-talkie were Orla's, but that's not true. The 2 different bite mark patterns on the walkie-talkie and on the dummy proves this.
What? 2 different patterns, you say?
Nein!
Well, I will concede there is a possibility that 2 different orcas exist. Bite marks patterns alone are not proof enough. I want more conclusive evidence.
Alright, I will show you conclusive evidence then. So, he wants to see evidence other than the bite mark patterns, does he? The orca a year ago and Orla have different songs and different teeth. Don't I have 2 videos on hand that can be used to compare those differences? I will now submit 2 videos with which the different songs and teeth can be compared. Gut, das erste wäre beim hier in diesem Ding. Das ist der erste Orca. And here's the other. Im neuen Swashbuckler-Video. Please compare these 2 videos, one from a year ago and one recent. As discussed, the 2 orcas are singing 2 different songs. Please also pay special attention to the appearance on the 2 orcas' teeth. Who exactly do you claim their teeth are different? Let's look for shots in the 2 videos where the orcas' teeth are shown. This is Orla in the recent video of the Swashbuckler Spectacular Pirate Show. As you can see, she has all of her teeth. What a healthy smile she has! I'm a bit envious! Next, let's take a look at the TV phone video from a year ago. Just as I thought, their teeth are different. Ooh, I believe the smile looks a little different from the one we saw a moment ago. As you can see, the orca from a year ago has 1 tooth that's broken off.
If the teeth are different, then...
Yes, if the teeth are different, they, of course, leave different bite mark patterns. On the practice dummy, you can see Orla's uniform pattern with all teeth intact. And on the walkie-talkie, you can see that 1 tooth is missing from the pattern. Oh, I see it! Just like the smile of the orca in last year's video! The tooth marks on the walkie-talkie were not made by the orca we know as Orla. They were made by a year ago by a different orca.
2 different orcas! I can't believe it!
The statement that the tooth marks on the walkie-talkie were from Orla was a lie. The truth is, this walkie-talkie was stolen from the victim, Jack Shipley. And the only person who could have stolen it is the true culprit, Marlon Rhymes!
No, you got it all wrong. It be all the fault of that orca. Whoa. Oh. Arr. You got it all wrong. Blame. It be the orca's fault. This can't be. Arr. Once again, I'm too weak to help anybody. Well, it would appear we should hear more from the defendant about Aura Shipley. Sasha Buckler!
Yes, Captain Judge.
Is what Mr. Wright claims true? Are there two different orcas?
The secret that Shipshape Aquarium was hiding was about Orla, wasn't it? Dr. Crab told me to focus on the orca's song. He hinted it would be a clue. Phoenix is right. The one we call Orla is the second Aura Shipley. There actually used to be two orcas at Shipshape Aquarium. I used to call the first Aura Shipley just Aura for short. Aura and Orla are sisters. The captain rescued them both when they got beached on the shore. But Orla was in a bad shape and the ship's doctor had to look after her for a long time. Both orcas loved the captain, so we decided to keep them on the Shipshape Aquarium.
Why didn't you say anything about there being two orcas?
Well, because after the accident a year ago, Aura was put down.
What? Aura is dead?
Yeah, the Center for Dangerous Animal Control demanded it. Apparently, the captain and the ship's doctor begged them. We put the first one down, so please leave the second one alone, they said. Anyway, after the accident a year ago, the captain told us he was gonna put Orla in the pirate show as Aura Shipley. He asked us to keep quiet about Aura's death until the time was right.
What a surprising and complex tale! Did all Shipshape Aquarium employees know about this?
No, just a select few of us.
Mr. Rhymes, did you know about it? Of course not. How would I?
Tell me, Mr. Rhymes, did you plan on killing Orla from the start?
Yeah, I planned to do it during the cleaning, so I drained the pool. I figured if I didn't do something about that beast, Sasha's life was in danger. Sasha trusted that orca just as much as Asura did. I wanted to protect her. I couldn't help Asura, so I felt like protecting Sasha was the least I could do. My duty. I built up my strength so I'd be ready to kill the orca. I even fought with sharks. But the captain realized my plan and I tried to save the orca. And that is why you killed Jack Shipley. Now the report from the crime lab finally makes sense.
Report from the crime lab?
In court yesterday, you will recall I showed a photo of the victim lying on his back. According to the lab, the bruise on the victim's right wrist was Rhymes' handprint.
His handprint?
I didn't know how it fit with the case until I heard Rhymes' story just now. But now we can imagine the reason for it being there. Rhymes must have made the handprint when he fought with the victim over the orca.
A handprint made during a struggle?
I don't care what happens to me anymore. I deserve the death penalty. I'm the one that killed the captain. Please give Sasha her not guilty verdict. You accept your defeat well, I see. Let me be your guide to hell. Get on with the verdict, your boldness. It seems this unprecedented trial that began with an orca as the defendant has finally come to a close.
Sasha is saved. Ola is going to be so happy. Sasha's not guilty verdict is coming. Why do I still have this strange nagging feeling? Rhyme's handprint on the victim's right wrist. Was it really the result of a deadly struggle over the orca? I can't shake the feeling that handprint has some other hidden meaning. Is this trial going to end without revealing the whole truth?
Very well, this court finds the defendant, Sasha Buckler!
Noch nicht! Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
I would like to further explore this new evidence the prosecution just submitted. But what complaint could you have? You are about to get your not guilty verdict.
I see no need to further prolong this trial, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, we still don't know the entire truth of this case. This unnatural handprint Mr. Rhymes left on the victim's right wrist. I don't think it was the result of a fight between the two men.
Not the result of a fight?
Then what do you suggest it was? Boss, what are you doing? Do you remember that evidence we found at the show stage? Evidence? What evidence? That mysterious mark might be the key to understanding the whole case. Your Honor, the defense would like to submit evidence that will expose the truth of this case. A mysterious piece of evidence that pairs with Mr. Rhymes' unnatural handprint. Und das ist dann wirklich das Ende. Denn am Ende war es gar kein Mord. Marlon Rhymes left behind a very unusual set of fingerprints at the show stage.
In what way were they unusual?
They were right handprints on the left side of the ladder. If one were to grasp the ladder in the way as the prints, it would look like this.
It looks like the ladder is being grasped from above.
Exactly, Your Honor. And the handprint on the victim's right wrist shows it was held with a powerful grip. Marlon Rhymes grasps the show stage ladder in an unusual pose. If he was gripping the victim's wrist in his position.
Gripping the victim's wrists?
Then he must have been... It means Mr. Rhymes was actually... That's right. If we couple the unusual handprints with the mysterious fingerprints... we see that Marlon Rhymes was trying to save the victim's life! What?! But that can't be! It's impossible! Why don't we ask Mr. Rhymes himself?
Yeah,
Mr. Rhymes, we want to hear the truth directly from you.
I gotta hand it to you, Mr. Lawyer. You got skills. Why? Why did you have to figure it out? It doesn't matter what happens to me anymore. I'm ready to die. So is what the defense is claiming true? The captain. He found out I drained the show stage pool. He rushed to the side of the pool, frantic to put some water in for the orca. And then he slipped. Captain, give Give me your left hand. No, Marlon. You'll fall too. Forgive me, Marlon. I didn't realize what deep pain you were in. But, please, please don't blame Orla. It's nobody's fault. Not Orla's, and not yours. Captain! So, Jack Shipley's death was accidental. Why didn't you tell us that you didn't kill the victim? Because I have no right to live anymore. I'm ready to get the death penalty. The captain died because of me. And then, on top of it all, I used his body to frame Orla. I was gonna kill Orla, and she wasn't even to blame. She didn't do anything wrong. The only thing I can do now is pay for it all with my life. I can't do anything. I couldn't save the captain. I couldn't avenge Arthur's death.
Mr. Rhymes, you have the wrong idea about Miss Summers' death. Not even the first Aura Shipley was responsible for her dying. Aura, of her own accord, was trying to save Miss Summers' life.
What? What are you talking about?
Azura Summers suffered from a heart condition. But she didn't tell anyone, and she performed in a pirate show anyway. She had a heart attack and died before anyone could save her. I'm sure she didn't think Aura attacked her. There's nothing to avenge.
No way. A heart condition? She never said a word about it.
Maybe she didn't want you to worry about her.
So I wanted to get revenge all this time. For nothing. So neither case was murder! Not a year ago, and not this time either! Your responsibility in this murder is great, but I believe you can be rehabilitated.
Marlon, you better come back to Shipshape Aquarium when you're done. You hear? Orla and I and everybody will be waiting for you. You still have a lot to offer, Mr. Rhymes. Live your life and never give up, for the sake of those who are gone as well.
I promise to make up for what I've done, even if it takes me my whole life. Mr. Wright, Sasha. Thank you.
Und deswegen finde ich das DLC auch so geil. Ich meine, wer hätte schon damit gerechnet? Oder? Dass am Ende dieser Fall doch kein Mord, sondern einfach nur ein tragischer Unfall war. Und dass absolut niemand die Schuld hat. Super!
Well, I have seen countless trials, but never one that ended like this. I don't know how, Mr. Wright, but you always seem to manage to turn things around. I think all this excitement has taken a few years off of my life.
Is that praise or a diss?
Now then, this court finds the defendant, Sasha Buckler, not guilty.
Hehehe, yeah. Cool girl.
Court is now adjourned.
Ich glaube, es werden sich einige Leute freuen, wenn dieser Part tatsächlich mal länger wird und ich nicht splitte. Ach komm. 22. Juli, 5:11 Uhr. Shipshape Aquarium, Orca Pool. Congratulations on your win! Thank you for all your help today, Pearls. All I did was have fun with Orla. Orla, I'm back! Oh, I missed you, girl! Oh, I'm so happy for you and Orla, Sasha! Everything turned out great! Phoenix, Athena, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Orla and I are both really grateful! I will now act out my gratitude with a little performance! Arr! Miss Orca Lover, don't you think you'd better take care of your health first? Alright, fine. I promise. No more shows until I'm better. I don't want anybody to worry about me, after all. Good. I'm glad that's settled. Hey, buddy. Mr. Lawyer. You just had to blab every single one of the aquarium secrets, didn't you? I'm sorry, Dr. Crab. Nah, that's alright. I'm glad. It was kind of hard to tell. Although, thanks to you, they now know we're using the illegal torpedo system. But I think we'll be able to wiggle out of serious repercussions somehow. That writer lady is advocating for us, saying the law itself is to blame. Und ich wurde einfach mal in Skype angeschrieben. Ah! She said she's... Ist ja gut! Also echt mal, was soll denn der Mist? Nur weil ich einmal vergesse, hier mich in Skype offline zu schalten. She said she's going to look into getting the law changed. Wow! Go, Miss Plume! She sure is a powerhouse. There's one thing you didn't figure out, by the way. Keep this to yourself, will you? We don't want it getting out publicly. Remember that appointment I had written down in my calendar? Oh, you mean meet the captain at the Orca Pool at 7 AM? That note meant the Orca Pool of the Supermarine Aquarium, not shapes. What? Why are you supposed to meet there? Jack and I... We visited the Supermarine Aquarium once a month. Any idea why? To get dolphin therapy treatment? No, silly. Remember I told you? Jake and I were against putting the orca down from the start. What? You mean... We just pretended to put the first Aura shiplay down. The Supermarine Aquarium is harboring her for us. What? Oh, so that talk about large amounts of money you were paying them. Once a month, the owner and the wet's disappearing from this aquarium, and I came to find out that each time a large amount of money was being paid out. We were paying for Aura's cakes. You wouldn't believe how much fish orcas eat. Now that it's been proven she was innocent all along, I think we can bring her back soon. Until then, keep it under your hat, okay? What was he telling you about? Oh, nothing much. By the way, Ola wants you to give her a little celebrity's prize. Ola specifically requested that you give it to her, Phoenix. Hahaha. Alright, fine. Let's see, what can I give her? Ja, natürlich. Fisch! Guten Appetit! Ola, it's coming a day late, but congratulations on your verdict.
GG.
Oh my! Aren't you lucky? Haha, that's Orla's best trick! The thank you kiss trick!
Na, wie süß!
Oh, Orla! I want to be next! And so the curtain fell on my first trial in years. I'm looking forward to the comeback of Sasha and Orla's swashbuckler spectacular. After all, I made a comeback of my own, as a lawyer. So, Datum, die drei Fragezeichen, Zeit, die 3 Fragezeichen, aber auf jeden Fall im Shipshape Aquarium, Entrance. It's been a while since I visited Shipshape Aquarium. Now that Sasha has recovered from her illness, she's performing today. There's still some time before the show starts. Think I'll wander around a bit. Hi, Phoenix! Hope you enjoyed the show today. The orcas are excited and ready to go. Oh, I'm sure I'll enjoy... Wait a minute. Did you say orcas, as in plural? Yep, let me show you. Nah! What? 2 Orlas? Don't tell me. Yep, you got it right. Aura ship leader first has returned to Shipshape Aquarium. We be the 3 pirate sisters. Arr! We be out to stop the evil Scallywag League, led by Red Stash and the giant octopus. Well, I don't want to get in the way of their rehearsal. Guess I'd better go. Oh, Moment. Das war fucking knapp. Blöder Akku. Heute muss auch echt alles wieder schief gehen. Well, if it isn't Blue Boy, did you come for my book signing? Oh, Mr. Plume, there's a book signing? Yes, my new book is just out. It's called Shipshape Aquarium, Don't Pull the Plug. The book signing will be held there in this room. After all, the wet owes me a favor. Yes, she got them to approve the use of the torpedo. I'm grateful. But why does she keep coming to my lab to bother me every single day? My next work will be entitled Sniper, the Penguin Leaves the Nest. Ah! Gah! Stop this cacophony! Why am I surrounded by carping females? Gee, Dr. Crab gets all the ladies. I guess I'll leave him to it. Oops! It's almost time for the show! We have to be in, Daddy! Polly and Athena already went in! While we were waiting, I bought some souvenirs to take back to the village. Sorry to keep you waiting. I bet they'll love your souvenirs back home, Pearls. By the way, I heard someone is going to be in today's show. A certain someone? I wonder who it could be. Oh! It's almost time! The show just about to start! Alright, let's go to the show stage then. I saved you all seats, Mr. Wright. Oh, I can't believe I get to see the show again! I'm so happy! I want to dive in the pool! You'd better not. I think they call security. You're welcome in the pool anytime, Athena. But Red Stash is the best swimmer of all. Huh? Who have you got playing Red Stash role? Sasha, Aura and Orla are ready to go. Hey, I know that voice. Yep, you may know it! Marlon is back and he's playing the role of Red Stash. It be the new Swashbuckler Spectacular. Hope you enjoy it, me buckles.
And so, our pirates set sail for bluer seas under a sunnier sky. As for me, I set foot into the world of law once more as a full-time lawyer.
Und damit, Phoenix Wrights nostalgic sweater has been unlocked. Ja, DLC-Kostüme und sowas. To wear your new outfit, shoes, bla 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 bla. So, danke fürs Absaven. Du bist so gut zu mir. Na dann. Damit hätten wir das jetzt auch endlich geschafft. Das DLC ist komplett. Und, mal ehrlich, habe ich nicht so viel versprochen. Turnabout reclaimed, abgehakt und positiv überrascht über das Ergebnis. Richtig gut geworden. Eines der wenigen Beispiele, wo man sagen kann, DLC, muah. Das heißt, wo wir das erledigt haben, können wir dann beim nächsten Mal endlich weitermachen mit dem regulären, gewohnten Storyverlauf in Episode 3, Turnabout Academy. Falls ihr euch noch erinnern könnt, was da bitteschön das Foreshadowing war aus Episode 2. Ja, es wird wieder spannend. Aber auf jeden Fall sage ich jetzt, bevor jetzt wieder irgendwie jemand kommt, um mich zu stören, egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen. Das war's von meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. See you guys!